Louisiana beer reviews. Weltenburger Kloster Pills from Regensburg, Germany. The Brewery Bischof brews this for the Kloster. Weltenburger was established in 1050 and it is the oldest Benedictine produced beer brand in the world. Alright, they show the old grounds of the Abbey. Okay, 4.9% alcohol, water, barley malt, hops, and yeast. They say pills because when they came out with Pilsner, there was some copyright issues, so a lot of these German companies would just say pills instead of Pilsner. And Pilsen is a city in, was a city in the German Confederation, but that's now the Czech Republic, and all the Germans were driven out of that part of Europe in 1945. But it was, a lot of people will say they prefer Czech Pilsners over German Pilsners, for instance, but the Czech Pilsners were actually German beers. But this is not Czechia, this is Germany all the way. Weltenburger, 1050. Alright. That's in the days of the Holy Roman Empire, the First Reich. Okay, a lot of smoke here. There were a few video reviews for this beer. Not many. Some were in German, so I couldn't understand what they were saying. But it's sort of a rarity on YouTube. Beer Advocate saying it's very good. Rate Beer saying, what did they say, 66 out of, yeah, 66 out of 100. Not too good, but 95 out of 100 for the style. So Pilsner is a style they don't much like on that site. Thick, white head. It's getting hot now. The heat has set in, let me tell you. Clear straw appearance. Bubble streams. Looks really nice. I think there's a video by this by the Benedictines showing, you know, how they do the beer. Oh, that smells so great. At first there was a lemony note you'll get sometimes with Pilsners. And then of course the grassy hops, the grain, a little yeast. We did Beck's recently, an examination. Let's see how this holds up against Beck's, which is 5%. This is 4.9, so essentially the same ABV. I have a feeling this will be better, but I can't say that. I haven't ever had it. I bought it at Dorgnax in Metairie, Louisiana. Oh boy. Well, I guess it's better than Beck's. I like Beck's. I think it's a good beer. You know, you can get the 25-ounce can for about $2.99 or $2.25, somewhere in that range. This is a lot more expensive, but this is a lot more gourmet beer. Okay, it's made by the Benedictine monks. I mean, they brew it. Well, they were showing in the video. They brew it at their cloistered monastery, but they ship it to this other company to bottle it for them. But they said they follow very strict brewing standards, and this taste and aroma seems to indicate that. That lemony flavor, that wonderful biscuity barley malt, the grassy hops, a noticeable hop bitterness, but it's not what you would call a hoppy beer, but it is kind of a hoppy beer, but not in the West Coast IPA. It's not Palate Wrecker, you know, from Green Flash, but it's good. It's a medium mouthfeel. It's a little slick. It's a snappy finish, not super crisp. You know, it's not like Budweiser snappy, but it's in that area. It's super refreshing in this humidity, no breeze weather. The drinkability, as you can imagine, is beyond belief. Well, I guess you could believe it. Just think of a beer that you would just want to drink and drink and drink and drink and drink. To me, a 66 out of 100 on rate beer is terribly low. Very good on Beer Advocate, B+. To me, that's low also. But that's sort of fair, I guess. I would give it such a high score. Is it up to the Staropramen? The Lowenbrow, Lowenbrow. It's not far from it. I really cannot think of anything that could be wrong with this beer. I really cannot. It's an A+. It's definitely worth the $3.99 a bottle. It's wonderful, fantastic, fabulous, exquisite, great, tremendous. Oh man, some of the Ondex beers that I had from Ondex, Kloster Ondex, they were a little disappointing, but those were mostly the wheat beers. Their Doppelbock and all that was fantastic. Now I started at the low end of alcohol for this, Weltenburger, and I got my bottles positioned where I'm going to go up the scale, and I think the last one is 6.9, so pretty good ABV. A+. There is no holding back. This beer is an A+, if there was ever an A+ beer. Fabulous, fantastic. Well, people are saying enough adjectives. Yes, that's true. Sometimes I get over exuberant, as you may have noticed if you've watched any of my videos. But les bon temps roulés. Go out, buy it, and try it. You're gonna love it. And I'm gonna end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans and go to University of New Orleans baseball game.